Welcome in, everyone. One more minute at around, we're at 3:02. All right. I think we've got a good amount to get started. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining the Intro to Flowcode webinar. We are so excited to have you all here with us today. My name is Georgette, and I'm joined here by my customer advocate team, Corinne and Alex here on the call, who will also be helping me lead this webinar today. And just to kind of go over a few housekeeping items in addition to the schedule for the next 30 minutes. So first things first, we'll talk about our solution, a few details on our use cases, how to use Flowcode, our features, and our Q&A. And the Q&A function is available in Zoom, so please feel free to use that, drop in all your questions along the way, and we will dedicate time at the end to address your questions. So just hang tight to the very end. And there's a little small thank you for attending this webinar if you do stick around as well. But without further ado, let's get started.
Georgette, before you start, we do have a question already asking, will the recording be shared? And it will.
Yes, it will definitely be shared, and it is recording as we speak. Okay, awesome. If there's no further questions, I think we can get started. So just kind of talking about our solution and Flowcode as a whole. So currently on our platform, we're proud to have 3 million plus creators on our platform with over 225 million connections in over 100 countries. And really, while we are a QR solution, that is truly the tip of the iceberg. Beneath that, we are a suite of services connecting the offline world to the online world, essentially creating real world digital connections instantly and magically. But what really differentiates Flowcode from a standard QR code, I think the very first and most obvious topic is our design. So when you look on the left-hand side of the screen, everybody recognizes that kind of standard, checkerboard QR code versus a Flowcode, an artist design branded code, something that truly matches your brand, your persona. It could really be tailored specific to your branding or your needs. As well, we're also fully dynamic. We're a dynamic solution. So in the past, I'm sure you're familiar with static QR codes. Those codes were once printed, and then you could never change them over time. But the dynamic nature of our codes allows you to change that scan destination at any time in real time so that your marketing materials can always stay fresh and updated. And of course, at Flowcode, everything is backed by data here, especially our codes. We are GDPR and CCPA compliant. So when you are scanning a code, we don't collect any personally identifiable information from the customer at the point of scan. We'll talk a little bit more on how to collect first-party data with our platform Flowpage, but just like to call that out from the very beginning. And that's why you'll really notice our privacy smile or that privacy.flowcode at the bottom of our codes. That's a level of insurance that we give to our scanners, to our customers to make sure that their data is safe and secure with us. And then patent protected, our design is completely patent protected, our iconic circle, but of course that's not limited to a circle. We offer squares, avocados. I've seen every shape in the book here, but there is a rigorous quality assurance process when it comes to designing a Flowcode. Our whole team of designers, machine learning, engineers, you name it, they're all working diligently to make sure our codes are scanning, whether they're on TV or any kind of media or platform that you put them on. And then lastly, we'll transition to Flowpage, which is our mobile first landing page and a great way to organize your digital ecosystem. So like I said, a QR code or a flow code, really the tip of the iceberg. And now you can connect a flow code to this custom landing page and really aggregate all of your links onto one customizable and branded flow page. Additionally, with Flowpage, you can connect any third-party CRM that you're using. Specifically, we integrate with Zapier, Mailchimp, HubSpot, Klaviyo, and Salesforce as well, depending on what plan you're on. So this is kind of what will help you capture first-party information. You can capture first name, email, phone number, you name it, using this page. And you'll see it in the animation here with 3 wishes. Also, last thing with Flowpage is also being able to kind of use this as your virtual business card, your digital business card. Being able to download someone's V card is really kind of nifty here. You scan a code, lands on your personal page, and now you have that person in your phone book automatically. And those are just kind of a few use cases, just to name a few. And then overall, just kind of wrapping up our suite. So again, Flowcode, that next generation QR technology, highly branded, best in class, and backed by data and science. And then, linking that code to a mobile first landing page platform, AKA Flow page. Create this in under 60 seconds. It's your digital footprint. I've seen so many different use cases across several different verticals. And if you ever kind of need inspiration on how to use this page, reach out to one of us. We've got a bevy of resources to share. And then, of course, like I mentioned, data and analytics. I won't hijack this part too much. Corinne is going to go over it later on in the presentation. But essentially, each plan comes with a unique set of data. All of these codes, pages, everything is trackable from daily scans, clicks, re-engagement, you name it. Again, Corinne will kind of walk us through that a bit later in the presentation. But I'll get off my soapbox and I'll pass it over to my colleague, Alex, who will walk us through use cases.
So we have a lot of really great use cases, but one of them is Flowtag, and it's a next-gen social sharing. Your entire social ecosystem can be on the back of your phone. You can easily share your contact information, social media, payments, apps, and a lot more to choose from. And behind every flow tag, you have your own personal landing page that you can customize and design to match your personality, your brand, or any aesthetic that you like. The next use case we have is Flowcode TV. You can utilize Flowcode TV to distribute advertisements of fundraising events or ways to donate. Flowcode TV offers an end-to-end, not just QR code. There are custom flow page options for mobile, first landing pages built for 5G enabled experiences. And with our CRM collection, you can know who is scanning your codes to create direct relationships. You can also add integration, custom animation, and that will basically interact with the content so you can make live news interactive and get real insights while the news is live to really up your viewer engagement.
Those fans were.
Oh, all right.
And we have a bunch of different applications like CRM, contactless payments, omni-channel connections. Utilize Flowcode's contact collection form to collect emails, names, phone numbers to create more intimate and direct relationships and encourage signups. We have on-screen integrations like I just talked about with Flowcode TV. You can digitize printed materials, build experiences across all printed marketing materials that drive to any mobile and digital experience. And yeah, contactless payments, like I already said, and omni-channel connections. Now, advertising. Yes, advertising. So from brochures to banners to stickers or billboards, take advantage of our in-house print store for all your marketing material. You can really put a flow code anywhere in order to drive traffic.
Awesome. I'm just kind of slowly walking you guys through just a few use cases and examples by vertical here. Again, they really run the gamut. This is just a small percentage of where you can put a flow code. I love this one specifically. At first glance, when you look at this one, doesn't look like it would be for a wedding, but I love the presentation on this, pretty unique. Hotel and travel. And like Alex mentioned, there's really nowhere that you can't put a flow code.
All right, so I'll take it over for additional features, and apologies if it seems confusing that I'm coming through Georgette's screen. We're all in the same room, so hopefully you can hear us. I did see that we had a Q&A asking if Alex could unmute, but it does get tricky since Georgette's sharing the screen. So just wanted to call that out.
Hopefully the audio, if I go closer, you guys can hear.
And we'll make sure to project our voices.
Yes.
Well.
All right, take it away.
So as Georgette mentioned, you do have access to data and analytics. So this is really reporting that you get for insights into your flow code and flow page as well. With our basic plan, you have access to the date of those scans, so you can hover over these dates to see the exact scan counts that you get from them. You'll also be able to see that it automatically filters for the last 30 days, but you can change that to view today, the last 7 days, the last 30 days, all throughout until the last 90 days. So you do have that ability to change the time frame that you're viewing, and it does compare with the last set of that time frame. So it'll show you the previous month or the previous week, so you can really get that comparative feel. You're also able to filter by folder or name of flow tags, as well as export the data if you wanted to share it with your team. That is more of a pro feature though, so if you're ever interested in sharing that data, you would have to upgrade. And some other things available with Pro as well are more advanced analytics. It gives you a breakdown of the top scans or the top codes based by scan count per period, and it does calculate that percent change. So again, gives you the comparative analytics based on the period that you choose to look at your analytics by, as well as a breakdown of traffic. So it shows you the device type that people are using, whether it's iOS, Android, or other, as well as the most popular day of the week and the time of day. So you really do get an insight into your customers. And one of our favorite examples of this, using the backend to curate that content, is a beauty brand who saw that most of their analytics or most of their scans were coming in at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. So they had it scan to their beauty products or their morning routine at the beginning of the day and their night routine using their products at the end of the day. So we'll get into more of what smart rules are and how you can leverage those, but just some things to think about when you're trying to leverage your data. And if you're ever interested in learning about unique scans versus returning scanners or geolocation, we're always here to talk about Pro Flex or Enterprise, which includes more advanced reporting and more custom reports as well. Next, as I mentioned, smart rules is the ability to automatically change a scan destination based on 3 attributes. And this is device type, day of the week, and time of day. So here's the example on the slide. Let's say a restaurant wants to have their code scanned to a lunch menu in the beginning of the day or midday throughout the week, and then a dinner menu once it hits 5 p.m. You could easily do that and have it automatically change the scan destination. So you don't have to change that on the back end or put out new codes. You can automatically redirect them. Bulk creation is another pro feature in addition to smart rules. And this allows you to bulk create up to 50 codes at a time with Pro and 1,000 codes with Pro Plus. This really just automates the process. So you can download the template, add in a Flowcode name and a scan URL. These can all be the same or different scan URLs, but we highly recommend adding in different names so you can differentiate between them, because what it'll do is it'll spit out a folder with all these codes in them and generate them based on the design that you choose.
Sorry, Corinne, I
No
just skipped
worries.
out early on.
Just so excited for this Q&A.
Sorry, guys.
But last but not least, just showing you the full range of products and services that you have access to with the Flowcode suite. So all of our codes have unlimited scans. So this means that you won't be upcharged if you have 100 versus 100,000 scans on one code, which is great for free, Pro, and Pro Plus. With our Pro and Pro Plus plans, you also have access to a custom code. And what this is it will allow our design team to take that with your logo, your brand guidelines, and any other assets and create a beautifully designed code to act as an extension of your brand rather than just a black and white generic QR code. We really want to create that sense of community and that sense of brand awareness throughout all aspects of your online to offline offline to online ecosystem. Next, flow pages, again, just that extension of your brand in that way of creating the space where people can access your website, all your socials, write a review for your company or your services, things like that, just to make everything more centralized. Because rather than having to search for them all over the internet, they'll have them right at their fingertips, which is great. And last but not least, we have support. So as you are all on one of these, we do webinars verticalized every week, as well as provide email support. We do have a dedicated pro support email as well. So if you upgrade, you have access to that with a little bit faster response times. But other than that, we do just have our generic one. And we are working on building out a self-onboarding how-to resources page on our blog. So you'll be able to access that whenever you need and search up any of the questions that you have. And we'll be following up after this with, again, just more helpful resources and how-tos, as well as a recording of this that Georgette mentioned.
Thanks, Corinne. And I'll add one more thing. We'll also start hosting kind of office hours. I guess we'll call them office hours. If you have a better name for it, please feel free to drop it in the Q&A. But I think some type of Flowcode onboarding or office hours where you can join. I've had a couple users join multiple times. I've had people join once and they're good to go. But it's a really nice space for you to network with other people in your community and your Flowcode community specifically, and answer any product specific questions you have, or industry specific as well.
And Georgette calling out Flow community on Facebook, which we're building out. It's just a way for you to collaborate and connect with other creators as well as us, and just ask any questions or advice for use cases, best practices, things like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. And there are some questions in the Q&A. Okay, one of my favorite questions here. Let's skip over before we dive through. So is the flow tag a sticker? So no, we get this question a lot. The flow tag, it's an adhesive. I don't know if you can actually see my screen here, or see my camera, but it's a little adhesive for the back of your phone. It can be mistaken as a sticker, but this is actually what we say NFC enabled, meaning you can actually scan this or tap it. There are formats that we offer on getflowtag.com, and we'll send you the link, that don't do a scan to tap. It's just scan only. So it's more of like a glorified sticker, but really it's meant to be your virtual business card, digital business card, eliminate the need for, print needs or additional print costs. Also with the sticker, all of the SKUs are the same. So you can kind of track, those bulk orders, I guess, at scale, whereas a flow tag, it's really one item. Stickers come in more larger scale formats. Okay, can you buy additional designed codes? Yes, you can. You can order outright. It's a $50 designer fee. And again, you can reach out to one of us. We'll send a follow-up email so you'll have our information, but that is like also a public link on our site, and essentially anything that you need, you can order on there. There's about a 3 to 5 business day turnaround. Oh, all righty. And then I have another question. Are the scans unlimited with Flowcode? So yes, all scans, Corinne mentioned this, are unlimited. They're completely dynamic. There is no limit. The only limit really in the plan types is based on codes and pages that you receive. So the Pro plan and the Pro Plus plan all kind of differ in their offerings, but scan count across the board, there's no limit at all. So scan away. And then another question. Oh, there's a couple questions. Okay. Can you order 3 to 4 flow tags? Yes, right now, the order process, there's no kind of multiple add to cart function right now on Get Flow Tag. Is there?
Well, actually, flow tag was added to the.
Oh, it was added to the, amazing. All right. It was
if you missed it, we do have shopping cart ability now on Flowcode print store. So you're able to add as many of those in your cart as you want.
Perfect. So yes, you can order 3 to 4 or multiple as well in the print store. Thanks, Corinne.
Of course.
Another one is, which CRM integrations do you guys integrate with? And that is HubSpot, Klaviyo and MailChimp are with Pro Plus. And then as you upgrade, we have our Pro Flex plan, Enterprise, and those start to integrate with I believe Klaviyo, HubSpot, and Salesforce as well. But if you don't use any of those, there's kind of a little hack is you can usually set up a zap that can zap to your CRM, or you can export that CRM data in the backend and settings of Flowpage as well. I love the questions. Okay. All right, and then I see a question with regards to your flow tag order. If you reply either to myself, Corinne, or Alex, we can look into that order for you. Just for context, flow tag was kind of born very recently and then exploded with interest. So, if there's any issues with your order or things like that, just reach out to one of us and you'll get the quickest response time so we can ship those out to you. And I'll give it another minute for some more questions. Oh, let's see. Okay. All right. All righty. So as a thank you for everyone who joined the call, and also happy almost fall, happy September. Summer has concluded, but if you want to scan this Flowcode, if you are not a Flowcode Pro member already, I know some of you on here are free. This is our thank you to you, 1 month free of Flowcode Pro, and you can kind of try it out for yourself, see if you like the platform, and kind of explore all the exciting customization features included and, all the extra bells and whistles that come with those plans. And then additionally, we'll send out in the follow-up email with regards to flow tag, a free flow tag promo code so that you can go on, order one yourself and kind of get scanning away with your digital business card. And I just see before I go to the next slide, I just see one more question trickling in. Oh, nope. Just some thank yous, which thank you. Okay. And okay. And the next and last slide. So we're all about community here, and we've recently kind of built a community on Facebook, again, open to feedback on other communities or where you'd like to see Flowcode kind of in the wild. But if you do want to scan this QR code or Flowcode just to join our Facebook community, connect with creators, in your industry, outside your industry, promote your Flowcode content. This is the space to do it, and also give any and all product feedback. Myself, Corinne, and Alex are always monitoring the Facebook, so we love to see it grow. And let's see, I think one more. And then one question is, when we're getting ready to upgrade to Pro Plus, can I use the code to get a free flow tag? Yes. So the order, just to be clear, the order process when you upgrade for Flowcode Pro Plus or any of our plans is a separate kind of website and order process for flow tag. So just use that promo code. You don't have to wait to upgrade to Pro or Pro Plus. You should be able to use the Flowcode, the flow tag promo code at any time. Oh, wow. I love the questions. This is so fun. They always come at the end. Yep. All right. So I see one that says, apologies, I joined late. I see this is recorded. Yes, you will have access to the recording at the very end. I will send a follow-up email. And for those who are asking for my email, you will have it in the follow-up. We have all of your emails on file as well. And I know we have about 5 minutes left. So if there's any other questions, feedback for us, please land it here. If this was too long, too short, if there was anything you were hoping to get out of this, please share. Oh, another question is, have people had any luck advertising on beer coasters? Yes, we don't have one in here. I wish we had one in here to show you, but
one notable one is Friday Beers. They
yes,
actually do use flow codes on their coasters, and they are very successful.
Yes, that is a very common, and you can get those. Can you get those in the print store?
Yeah, you get coasters in the print store.
Yeah, love that. And people have scanned to their website, social. There's a bar that does what is it, trivia? You can scan to trivia. So definitely beer coasters. We support them. We've got those in the print store. And someone said, hi, do you have a doc for flow page information? Yes, we do. We will send, we call it the flow page gallery, and it is kind of segmented out by vertical, and you can see all the flow pages we've created in each vertical. And if you don't see your vertical, reach out to us. Of course, we can help you out. Awesome. And thank you all so much for your questions. This is great. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything else. All right.
There's
Oh.
another question.
There's two more. actually.
Yeah, there's two more. Okay. Okay, so I see one that says, I'm finishing up a book from last year. I'm trying to think outside the box about ways to utilize Flowcode to enhance the launch of the book on the first week of December. Ideas. Yes. So we work with a lot of authors. I know one author uses Flowpage heavily to kind of promote his brand. He uses the Flowpage link on like LinkedIn. He puts the codes essentially on all of his marketing collateral, flyers, scan to order on Amazon Prime or pre-order, really putting the code on anything living and breathing. Any piece of marketing collateral that you put out there is going to make that document accessible instantly via QR code. So the QR code and the flow code rather is the doorway.
And there was also one of our colleagues who created a book using and put flow codes within it. And I think they scanned to like virtual reality experiences. So we had the interactiveness and engagement through those codes that really brought people into like an online space. So just some ideas of maybe taking people into like a virtual world or whatever's related to your book could be really interesting.
Love that. And then I see a question for the latest with Flowcode's partnership with POAP. So I will connect with you unless Corinne, you have the latest. We have a subject matter expert at the company who works really closely. Our enterprise sales team works really closely with the POAP team, and we can happily connect you with them and just kind of give you the lowdown.
Yeah, we can also send, if you want to connect with us in our after our follow-up, we have just some articles based on our partnerships with POAP and Consensus and other Web3 and AR companies as well.
Awesome. All right, everyone, we're at 3:28. So any other questions, please feel free to leave them in. I love the thank yous. Such a kind crowd. And thank you so much, everyone, for your time. And like we said, any feedback you have, join our community, please. We'd love to see you there as well. But all right, I don't think we have anything. Oh, hold on. I always look at the number and it's always the last. It's a thanks. Okay, yeah, we'll give it. You're welcome, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your partnership, your support with Flowcode, and your interest. And we'll see you all on the platform.
Bye.